I've been thinking a lot lately about the scripture life and death is in the power of the tongue. Well, there's been a lot of like particular scriptures on my mind as of late. But I guess because of, the experience that's happening right now, I'm like I feel the growth that God is working in me right now. Like, um, I guess I'm gonna be a little transparent, but God, one of His big things that He's been telling me, um, which I've always had a problem with emotional regulation, but He's been telling me that I have, well, this is what He told me because I don't know. I'm not sure how much I'm hearing from Him. Like, I get little bits, but I haven't been getting like full blown revelation about anything in particular in a big way. Uh, Maybe because I'm looking to see something specific happen, and God's not a genie, so anyway. Also, I hope you can't hear the TV because um, All About the Benjamins is on. But what was I saying? Oh, one thing that he told me is that I have a habit of making my um, emotions an idol because I'm so used to it. That's one of I've always identified very strongly with my emotions, almost to a point where like my um, feelings are almost like its own being. Like I used to define myself based on how I felt at any given time. So um, if I feel sad, if I feel sad or depressed, I'm not gonna claim that I am that type of person because that's what he's trying to, I guess, get out of me. But I'm trying to what I'm trying to say is, um, in the past when I'm upset, it's the way that I'm upset is like I was so used to being emotionally dysregulated that I took it on as a personality trait, and I don't know. I think God's trying to bring me out of that. But today, I heard two really, and because I've been trying to, one thing that has been like, I'm sorry, I'm itching my nose, but geez, I can't even. But one thing that has been like, I'm trying to accept myself as I am too, because when I talk and I say and I pause and I do all that, it makes me not want to put it up when I'm not like wearing makeup or looking good. It makes me feel like inadequate, Like, a lot of people have like their pretty YouTube, and I'm trying to do that, but like this is like real life for me. Oh wow. I'm sorry. Look at all this acne. That's probably from work today, because a lot of dust was getting on my face. But anyway, um I was watching my what is her channel? Jasmine. My Season Now, I think is her channel name. I don't know if it I'm pretty sure it's My Season Now. Um and she posted a video not long ago talking about unforgiveness. And it just, I don't know. For some reason, the way that she said it today, it resonated with me. Um, she was talking about how, like, a family member hurt her and how she thought she was over it, but um, she wasn't. And God kind of, like, had to reveal it to her. And I don't know, I've been thinking on that a lot, because throughout my current, situation, I've just been thinking a lot about the people who haven't been there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to get emotional, and I'm not trying to, like, God. Because I don't want to be, like, too transparent or whatever, but a lot of, after my mom died, I feel like I expected more, um, just support from my family. And I felt like, my mom died and everybody disappeared. And it was like, and I struggled with it. And I still struggle with it. And I know that I hate this. Because I'm not trying to cry, but like, I know that there's still a lot of like harbored unforgiveness. And it was something about Jasmine talking about her situation today that put me in a position where I'm like, I want to be able to get to that point too. I don't know what point she's at, but she seems like she's in a really good, like, mental space. Like a space that I would really enjoy to be at, Like, she seems confident and just in a good place, and she's using her gift of encouragement to be able to help people like me who aren't in that space yet. But I don't know. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. And a lot of the things that she says just like sit with me. They really sit. And I don't know, I just wanted to talk. It's life can get lonely sometimes, when like sorry, that was weird. But um I don't know. I guess I'm kind of like, I'm in a good place, but I'm in a bad place. Like, today's my last. I don't even know if I want to say all that. Because, like, It's like putting myself out there way too much. But I really want to like squeeze this because it's like, it feels like, wow. I don't know. As of late, I feel like, I don't know if I've been fighting what God is doing in my life, but I do feel like I have backslid a little bit, and I feel like up until yesterday, I didn't see any light in the situation. I couldn't see any light in the situation. I was upset. I was blaming God. I was mad at God. I was hurt. I felt thrown away and abandoned and forgotten, and hearing about other people's blessings in their situation and just being like, what about me? But um I'm getting to a place where it's like, you know, what's for me is for me, and what isn't for me isn't for me. And if what isn't for me, whether by choice or not by choice, decides to make its leave or take its leave, then I'm at a point where I'm not fighting it. Except with one person, I feel. But even with that, it's like, do I really want something? Do you really want something that God hasn't blessed? And it's like, the broken part of me is like, yeah. But the part of me, because at one point I was writing all this stuff when I was in Texas, talking about how sorry, talking about how I feel like I relate more with the woman that I have always wanted to be, or the woman that I've always dreamed of being, than the woman that I used to be. I don't know why I just said that, because now I just forgot where I was going with it, but um I don't know why I said that. I don't even remember what I was talking about now. Maybe that's for a reason. Yes, I have an Arizona tea for the person who sees this and is probably going to text me saying something about it, because I know I'm supposed to be saving money. But, oh, is that what I was saying? Speaking life instead of like death over situations. I don't remember. But what I do remember is I'm everywhere right now because I'm like forgetting everything that I wanted to talk about. Well, not talk about, but I guess ramble about, because I don't know who's gonna watch this, and I don't know if we'll have a dialogue in the comments. Which, that's another thing. It seems like I don't, I do, I'm not gonna say I don't get comments often, because I don't post enough to be like getting comments on every single video, but the one video, you know, the one video. Hold on, let me. Sorry, because you know that part of the movie always has been, even on the DVD, it's like 3 times louder than the rest of the movie. All of like the music sequences, but the movie is like real low, so you turn. I'm rambling, but you know you turn you have to turn the movie up super high to hear like what they talking about. Well, kind of. But then when them parts pop up, it's super loud. Anyway, what was I saying? All I remember is I was saying something about, do you really want something that you want, but God hasn't blessed? And like I said, with one person, there's one person in my life that I feel, well, it's probably the only person in my life at this point, because like I don't really even talk to anybody anymore. I don't really want to talk to anybody anymore, to be honest, because oh, I saw Proverbs, something Proverbs something in Proverbs today, and it made me really think. um there was a commentary on that specific verse. I might Google it. Sorry, I'm not wearing pants, so I'm trying not to move too much. But let me use my computer while I still can. Well, I could probably go to park at a Starbucks or something. I wanted to do a video yesterday talking about John 16:16 in the New International Version, because God was using that to make, I don't know, make a point to me, but it helped because I saw the disciples' grief will turn to joy, and it just made me smile. But what was I saying? Proverbs. It was a proverb about wrath. It wasn't. I don't know what the proverb was. I don't know. It was something about somebody. Was it night? Because I write stuff on my hands sometimes when I'm like, if I know I'm not going to remember like a sequence of numbers because I don't see it often enough, then I will like write it. I'll like write it on my hand or something, or write it somewhere around me. Dang, I can't remember. I wonder if I can like, I don't want to back out of this because it probably will turn the video off. But let me see. I'm gonna look up like 20 Bible verses about anger, because I don't know, because I whatever. I read the proverb, and it talked about quarreling and how if you're somebody who's like angry all the time, or if you're like I'm paraphrasing or rephrasing because I can't remember which proverb it was, but it was just talking about like if you're like an angry person and you're always angry, it's like you'll keep like repeating that cycle, like, and for some reason it made me think of a specific person, which I'm not laughing. Yo, whatever. Anyway, it made me think of this person, and this person is always angry, and how like it says it doesn't lead anywhere. That's what the proverb was pretty much talking about. It doesn't lead anywhere, being like angry about whatever, because it leads to, like, it says it. Dang, I can't even remember, but it felt like it was saying something like 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 your anger is never fulfilled, so you'll keep going through life or going through situations, and they'll keep repeating themselves, where you'll have a quarrel with this person, and then you'll get out of that situation. It says something like, as fast as you get out of your first situation, you're in another situation. Dang, I really wish. Oh, it's Proverbs 9. I'm dumb. Okay, not dumb. I'm rebuking my own words. But it says if someone I read a commentary on this because sometimes I'll understand like a proverb, but I want to like a Bible study, like you dig deeper into it because you want to know like the full meaning or whatever. It says if someone has a hot, it's Proverbs 19:19, by the way, and it says if someone has a hot temper, let him take the consequences. If you get him out of trouble once, you will have to do it again. And to be honest, it made me think of myself and one other person, because I have a thing with like my anger. Well, yeah, I have like an anger thing, but which I can't even explain because it would make this video way too long. But um, it just made me think like it's true. Like I think back on moments in my life where I was hot tempered and upset, even though in some of the situations, I won't say all of them, but in like 95% of the situations, which whatever, I felt my anger was justified. But I have had situations where I've gotten out of trouble because of like my um, anger, and then I've gotten right back in the same situation with someone else. And I have a habit, had, I won't say I have a habit because I'm not trying to speak. I'm trying to speak what I want to happen, not what is, or what, you know what they say, speak, you know, speak life. I'm trying to speak life. So I've had in the past a lot of quarreling with people, and even though I felt justified for a lot of the quarreling that took place, not justified like, oh, I'm justified in being upset. Well, that's how I kind of like, I guess that's kind of how I explained it, but it was just crazy because I saw 1919 at work on the paper, and then I wrote it down on my hand, and then yesterday I saw 1616 on the paper, and I wrote it on my hand. And then I've been seeing 314 a lot. I've been seeing 911 a lot. 222 a lot. And yeah, anyway, God talks to me in weird ways. I feel like sometimes I should start looking at the camera, but it's like difficult. I feel like sometimes only God and I understand how we communicate, which I do think it's supposed to be like that. Like other people communicate with God in their way, or like, but it'll be like God will show me like a glimpse of something, and I'll be like, ooh, like I don't know why this just popped in my head, so I'm gonna say it. I remember growing up in the apartment complex that I lived in. I hope I don't get a phone call. Anyway, in the apartment complex that I lived in, there was a wall. Well, obviously there's a wall. But in the living room, my mom had a wall that she used to put all of our awards and like achievements and her diploma and like her dental certificates and stuff from her programs that she completed and stuff. And for some reason, that apartment in particular, when I think back on it, it always felt like home. Not because it was like beautiful or big or anything. It was regular, but it was like the presence of my mom just made it. I don't even think it was just my mom. Like, I think my mom was so committed to God. And so when I think back on stuff like that, now, like in hindsight, looking back, I understand why home felt so much like home. But anyway, that's beside the point. I always get that feeling. Well, God has shown me in the past. I always get scared when I say God has done this because I don't want to like put words in his mouth. But I'm just sharing like I'll say like a vision. It could be said as a vision because it was a visual that I saw that popped up, and but it was like this specific wall in a house, and it's like a house that I've never seen before. But I always when I think of it and when I saw that vision, it was like my dream house almost. Well, it was pretty much my dream house. Like the perfect layout, and then it was like the spot on the wall where I would hang. I have this dress that my mom before she died, she bought it from Lane Bryant and I have it in my suitcase. And when she went to Hawaii, I don't know if I just said that, but whatever. When she went to Hawaii, she wore this dress and it was like really pretty. And so I always say whenever I get a house, I want to frame that dress and put it on a wall. And so he showed me like a little flash of the house. And it's like it gives me two feelings. Like it gives me like a feeling and it gives me like a remembering feeling. And like how I just explained how home used to feel. I get that feeling. But I also see my mom's I see the wall is blank in this house. But I always see my mom's dress like, oh, I'm going to hang it right there. I don't know why I just said all that, but I hope one day, um, well, I know one day, hopefully, I know one day. Let me stop like backtracking myself when I start saying good things because I'm so used to speaking. I've gotten in the past so used to speaking negatively that it's it's almost like difficult for me to do the opposite. So I'm trying to, like I said, speak life. But I don't know. I pray one day that I get to see that house, at least see it. Um, but I do have a plan for getting back on my feet for now, um, which is the first time in my life that I've had a plan that I'm like pretty solid with. And